Previously on Survivor, the final morning arrived. As the campers woke up, they reflected on the game so far and planned for the end game. In order to get to the end, the campers had to relive aspects from past challenges, and it was JJ who completed the vertical ball maze to take home immunity. Along with being immune, JJ found himself as the swing vote between original Kohas and original Sunco. Carl and Tremern were once again at odds as they were their respective targets. At Tribal, Carl revealed that he had won the steal a vote advantage at the silent auction, stealing Tremern's vote and sending him home. 6 campers remain, who will be voted out tonight.
You got a lot of game to still play.
Yeah.
Well, that last vote went fabulously. That was the best of all scenarios could have just happened from my game. Carl, I guess, didn't fully trust that I was going to vote with them, so he steals Trey's vote. That's fine. I was going to vote for Trey anyways. I've told him a million times I was going to stay with us, but then he did that shit, and it just, okay, great, made it easy. I write down Trey's name, and then neither of my alliances are pissed.
Obviously, no hard feelings.
What, that you played the...
No, you guys were voting for me. I saw you there, you still count.
Gosh. I'm sorry about to tell you this. I am very excited about the way that Tribe. I'm like happy you played that because I wasn't going to change how I was counting it. I was doing boom. There was no scenario that if I voted with them that we could have gotten you guys anyways. So it just helped my story. Coming back to them, on the way back, I was with Erica and Sam talking about how I was like, oh yeah, sorry, like I flipped. I literally promise you, promise you, I was not going to.
Okay.
I'm sorry to tell you that because it kind of kills your advantage.
No. I would rather it that way because if it's not that way, then we're in just this awkward like 3-3 standoff.
Yes.
And
No,
just
I wanted Trey gone in the last one.
Didn't 100% trust JJ. I think hopefully we're good to Final Four. I think JJ will be in. He might have just been doing damage control with me, which would make sense, but if he doesn't come with us, then it's just this weird 3-3 split. So I think we're good for Final Four. Watching you count one, I was like, oh, he's like...
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Just want to make sure we touch base. So.
I am happy we touched base. Final 6, let's keep going.
Dude, yes.
Let's keep going.
Yes. All right, okay.
Nobody's mad at me. Trey's gone, and the special advantage has been flushed. So, I mean, I don't know how we could have had a better tribal. We had fucking crushing it. We've been crushing it up until this point. It's so fucking good. Hug. Sweaty wet hug. I don't know if I really have an ideal final 3 right now. Like, I have 2 of the final 3. Me and Louisa.
I am almost completely confident that me and JJ's partnership is real. Less confident, but still pretty confident that me, John, and Carl have a solid bond. I want Final Tribal to be me, JJ, and either Carl or John.
My perfect world, Final 3 is myself, John, and Lou. We have had a tight thing from the beginning.
People who I'd want to not sit next to is JJ and Carl, obviously. Though I'd like to sit next to Louisa. Erica is playing like she's like, I don't know the game, this and that, and I don't know if she really does or not.
My feet to be clean.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. That's going to be awesome.
I'm a Survivor noob. I don't know how the Final Tribal works, so I'm going to go ask some people about Final Tribal and like what actually happens, because I don't totally understand it.
They vote and you don't vote. With Final 3 don't vote.
And it's the one time that you like want to see your name down there. Like, you want to see
Got it.
Erica.
Okay. Now I'm thinking I might like fucking switch it up and get buddy with Carl because JJ mentioned that Carl and John want to take me or Sam to Final Tribal.
In their mind, they want to be 1, 2, and then have
Exactly.
a random third in the final tribal that they both feel like they can beat.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to be an asshole.
But
I feel like they're gonna try to take one of you guys.
Oh,
and
okay.
Sorry.
No, that's
right?
okay. No.
Okay.
I'll fucking go to Final Tribal. Sounds lit.
You and me and John and JJ have the best arguments for people to vote for us.
Right.
So then
We should line up with the people who aren't gonna get those.
the other side of that is 3 of us go to the end together who have the good arguments
and just fucking
duke,
hope for the best.
duke it out.
I might join their side and vote out Sam maybe. Even though we've been tight the whole time, but it's like now we're getting to the final end. It doesn't fucking matter who you're tight with.
This point is Erica. And if it's not JJ there with us, it's not JJ there with us. Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, guess what I found? What? Another secret event? Oh no, it's tree mail.
Oh!
Thank
Way more
God.
disappointing.
For you.
Yeah.
Both the things are green and it's number 5.
Great. Cool. Good to know.
Oh god, alright. Get excited, campers. Our time here at Camp Roysan is starting to come to an end, but we still have so much to do. All you need to know for the next challenge is that it will be the most grueling challenge so far. Fill your water and meet at the old Suncook camp.
Shit.
And it is like
Going to be
intimidating red lightning bolts and a bunch of water droplets.
Those
Okay.
are tears.
They might be tears actually. Yeah.
Tears, John.
Yeah.
Those are.
And there's only 5 of them. That's probably symbolic.
Welcome back. First things first, JJ. Take it back.
Alrighty.
Once again, immunity is back up for grabs, this time for a 1 in 5 shot at winning this game. For today's challenge, you'll be filling up these sport drink containers with a sponge, and your water source is on top of that hill. The first person to fill their water up to past the little plastic ring wins immunity. Take as many trips as you want, back and forth until you get it.
Okay.
All right, it's that easy. Survivors ready? And go. JJ's in the early lead. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Holy shit. Dude, well done.
JJ right behind.
Crushed it.
Well done.
Fuck. Slaughter.
Beast.
As fun as I could possibly get.
Yeah, that was smart.
Less trips. I should have done that. Because running ain't my strength. Hello, slobber monster. You're so close.
You were really close.
Congratulations, Erica.
Yeah!
For the rest of you, it's a 1 in 5 shot at going home. Grab your things, head back to your camp. See you guys soon.
It feels awesome to be safe from this elimination. I don't know if I would have been a target. I think that other people first would have been a target. Oops, this is too tall.
Oh, they're coming to take one of us away. Who's getting that evac? Oh shit.
What are you guys thinking together? What are you scheming together?
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If things go the way I'm planning for them to, Sam will be gone. I'm pitching to Erica basically like, you know, if I was watching the season, I would want it to be like, I don't want to go into that final tribal and have no idea who's going to win. Like, we want the best people with the best stories at the end and trying to build her up. Like, she just won that brutal challenge. She doesn't know a lot about the game. And so, like, her story is super good. So you're obviously the biggest challenge threat.
It doesn't. Which is what? I'm gonna have to break my alliance with Sam, which sucks, but I don't want her to go out home yet. I feel like we can get somebody else out first. I was talking to Lou.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's like, I feel like we're at the same point. It's like the same type of person, but just two different tribes. I gotta talk to JJ alone without Sam, just to like kind of talk this through.
Are you actually for real talking to me about this?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, obviously, I'd prefer not to. But if that is what everyone else is, like, if we're gonna be the minority.
I don't want to. I'm sorry. You know, I feel like I'm kind of getting split to a certain extent between my swap alliance and my OG alliance right now.
Right.
If we voted out Sam and you're okay with that, and you're really, really, really okay with that, and you're not lying to me right now, and you're fine with getting
I'm
rid
not
of
lying
Sam
to you right now.
because you think that you're buying yourself a vote in
vote
Final
in
Tribal.
Final tribal.
I would be so down with doing that because I don't think she would have hard feelings with me. I never made a promise as to like how long we could
No.
play together. I just was like,
I
let's
don't know anything about fucking Survivor. I was like, Sam, we're friends.
It would be me, Erica, Coach, John, and Lou all going for Sam and taking the five people that we really feel are the strongest, most competitive, most ferocious players in this game, the dragons that are left in this war. We want us to be the final 5. Let's say you, me, and Louisa next round take out either Carl or John, then regardless, it's
Doesn't
going to be
matter.
a cool final
Yeah, it's
tribal
gonna be
between
awesome.
people that are deserving
Right.
to be there.
Right.
And that's what we all want.
Exactly.
And I'm so fucking down for that.
Right.
Everybody else outside of Louisa does have a reason to lie to me and does have a reason to scheme and not actually tell me the truth and then potentially throw my name out there. So with all this being said, I think we're going with Sam, but if it's not Sam, it could be me because I'm dedicated to writing Sam's name down.
He goes, really though, I do actually think Sam is the choice right now. And she was like, personally for me, she was like, Sam would vote for me in final tribal.
If that's the case,
And if that's the case,
she's
she's legitimately keep this Kohath strong.
dude, that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. The flip-flop power struggle between the two tribes, like one tribe wins, the other tribe wins, and everything was so even. For us to get to the end and like win that power struggle and it be all Kohath, that would be
enormous.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to go Sam and secure all of us one more day in this game.
And I think if it got weird and it was you or me, I think the other one of us is next.
Right. Totally.
If we tried to go JJ, that's horrible. Like I'm next. 0% anything else happens. I'd have to win immunity twice in a row. And I don't trust it. And obviously because they're crazy. So
dude, go for Sam.
Yes, 100%.
I'm so down for this. I feel good about that too. Okay,
sweet.
Okay.
Obviously, JJ and Carl's names have been out there. I mean, I feel like their names have been out there for a while now. It's just a matter of like when the time is right. So. We're kind of telling JJ that we want to do Sam and stay Kohath strong, and he's on board with that, but I don't really believe that.
I don't have any hesitations about voting Sam out at this point. I had earlier yesterday, I was telling, there was a few times that Sam's name got brought up and I tried to avoid it because we were working together. Yeah. But at this point, that keeps us all safe, that keeps us in the game one more round. Okay. All right. Kohath strong. Kohath strong. Oh! John just put a fucking dagger right in my back with that back tab.
To write Carl's name down, which I've been wanting to do for a while, like I think this is the first one that's like really gonna hurt.
I think we have the numbers to go Sam. I trust JJ and Lou trusts JJ, and I think that as long as the perception for Erica is that JJ's gonna vote Sam, she will too, and it'll be 5-1.
Yeah.
And I am good for the final four being the Kohath.
Yeah.
I don't really want to select JJ in the end as a returning, but maybe we can pull some magic at 5.
I really don't know who I'm gonna vote at this point.
It would be me and JJ. And I think he would try to convince Elisa to vote for you. Because
this is a weird play because everyone, he's clearly just clearly trying to save himself, right?
Right.
I think we can get people to flip on JJ pretty easily.
Right. Should we just fucking bait and switch this bitch?
Do you want it? Pull a baller move?
Then we're losing our biggest ally.
And we would gain.
I guess that's fucking true.
Carl. I think at this point,
let's go fucking talk to Carl and John.
we're doing a reverse back to JJ.
You guys want to vote JJ?
I think we can all rally and do that. Rather than it being Carl and JJ, just get out JJ.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you and Carl being into that?
I would be into it.
Okay.
I've been wanting JJ for a while. But everyone else.
I think it's coming to that.
Now bringing in the members of the jury. Kate, Andrew, Dan, Ramern. Final 6, welcome back. John, Carl, last time you had a tribal council of 6 people. It was a pretty wacky one. Do you have any predictions on how this one's going to go based off your previous experience?
I hope it is absolutely nothing like the last time we had 6 people at a tribal council. That was not anything I want to go through again.
I mean, that last one worked out well with me, so if this one works out the same, I'll be pretty happy.
That's a good way to think about it. JJ, you were 30 seconds, or 1 second, 2 seconds away from winning that immunity. Did that add extra pressure or a spotlight to you?
I actually don't know if it added extra pressure because I would honestly feel like if there was a challenge I was very frustrated at the end of that loss because in my mind, maybe second to the charades challenge, that was my challenge. It was running in long periods of time, and I feel like I've since the first day when we were discussing weaknesses and strengths and challenges, I've thrown out like, oh, I can do long distance running. So it was one of these things where I was like, if I just need to run more laps than these guys, I think I can do it, and I was very close to it. But the reality is, it's not going to just be a running challenge next time, I have to imagine. So, you know, we don't know what the skills set is going to be, and I don't think it added an extra target on my back because I lost. So, yeah.
Erica, you did win, but you had the least amount of trips, so JJ saw it as a distance challenge, you saw it more as a water, slow and steady challenge. Do you think that's kind of a big little allegory for how this game works in a greater sense?
I think so. I think that I was the last person that anyone would have guessed would have won that challenge, honestly, because I'm not a runner. So I was like, okay, how can I get the most water without making, you know, how can I fill this up without making a ton of trips, because I wasn't going to make it a ton of trips. So, yeah, it feels awesome. I don't know.
Sam, you're sitting here with only one other original Suncook member. Is that still a factor in this game? Is that original Suncook co-host thing still looming over this entire
I feel like it comes up when it's convenient for people. I think it's also more coming into play for final. I think people are hoping to pull on that maybe for like the final vote and stuff like that. But I think only, again, really when it's convenient for people, they pull it out.
Lou, you're part of the majority co-host. Is now a convenient time to pull that out, or is it an actual threat that the whole jury, other than Dan, is made up of original Suncook members?
I mean, of course that's a threat. And on the other hand, of course it's an advantage. So at the end of the day, you just kind of gotta view the vibe at each tribal council and figure out what the best option is.
All right. Well, let's read that vibe and find out what's going to happen. So, JJ, you're up first.
Trust is just about everything in this game, and I, at this moment, hope that my trust does not betray me.
I think you just made the wrong move at the wrong time.
Thank you, JJ. You know this, so I'm hoping that the other guys hold out on what they said so that we can keep moving forward, but I hope.
I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anybody has a hidden movie idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. If not, once the votes are read, the decision is final. That person will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Sam. JJ. One Sam, one JJ. Sam. It's two Sam, one JJ. JJ. That's two JJ, two Sam, two votes left. Sam. That's three Sam, two JJ, one vote left. The 11th person voted out of Survivor Merrimack Madness, the 5th member of the jury, Sam.
Amazing job. That was so good. It's a new one. Don't take a duct tape one. Yeah. That one.
Sam, the tribe is spoken.
Bye, Sam.
All right, congratulations, final five. You have 3 more tribals, 2 more challenges, but only one will be the sole survivor. Grab your torches. You guys do it.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
I'm not that mad that I'm out, but I thought they would organize against JJ. Oh well, I don't know. I'm a little confused by that.
All right. Next time on the season finale of Survivor Merrimack Madness. With only hours left in the game, find out who will outwit, outplay, and outlast all the rest to take home the title of sole survivor.